Hola Bandidos! ¿Cómo estamos? Welcome to Mel's Magic. I'm Magic Mel, and this is Al, my spirit guide. I'm Magic Mel, alchemist, dancer, visual artist, joy coach, public speaker, and so much more to be discovered. This is episode 15 of season 6, and as I said, we are rolling. And I have something special for you today. Ready? One sec, guys. I need to set this up because we are DIY here. Vamos? Go! Up this morning with my heart on fire. I held on to what I've been dreaming. I woke up this morning, I had one desire. To get back to what I've been seeing. Heaven, it was heaven. I have never known a bliss, witnessed anything like this, glowing all over as I started on my shoes. Thought I heard somebody calling. Heaven, it was heaven. No, I've never seen the light make it go on shining. I keep on searching for a way to your heart. Try to believe it's getting better. Babe, take me all the way to your heart. 'Cause I want you. Oh, 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 oh. See, kisses all the tenderness that I'm being shared all around me. Only remind me of my only stress. No loving arms to surround me. Falling, I am falling. You could help me out of here, being mine forever. I keep on searching for a way to your heart. Try to believe it's getting better. Babe, oh, take me the way to your heart. 'Cause I want you. Oh, 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 oh. You got it. You got it. Alright, I'm losing the track of the song, but that's how we're rolling here. Oh! Okay, how's that for an intro? I either scared you away or you're like, what the hell is this chick all about? Okay, to sum it up, Mel's Magic Official is all about joy. And this is such an important topic. It is the essence of not only me, it's the essence of you. It's the joyful, blissful, magnetic, heavenly frequency. Because from there, we actually have access to heaven here on earth. Okay? So, I felt like sharing because I was in this energy and I said, hey, we got to roll with this wave and share it with you. How are you doing? This eclipse season personally has brought up so many shadows. And by shadows, in my case, it was fears, limiting beliefs. And you know what, guys? This ascension process that we're all going through en masse is asking us to constantly release what does not align with our highest truth, with our highest calling, and with our integrity. And it is in constant ego death. Remember I told you that, sometimes I tell the universe, can we slow down, please? And these guys are like, no, the time is right here and right now. And guess what? You are ready. We don't often feel ready. I get it. But that's precisely when we need to surrender, which is not an act of weakness. It takes strength and courage to trust that this process is for our highest good. And as we ascend into the higher frequencies and literally bring spirit down to matter, we raise the frequency of the collective. And it's an internal process. It's an alchemical transmutation process, because every time we transmute our fear and dissolve it with our love and compassion, we expand. And it can be, I guess, nauseating out of vertigo because it's unfamiliar. We are working with the unknown. We gotta have faith that in the unknown lies the expansion of our infinite possibilities. Boom. It's true. So If you're with me on this ascension process, if you've noticed that, again, this stuck energy was coming up, waiting for you to embrace it with your loving compassion, then I'm here with you. We're doing this journey together. And I'm telling you, how about not projecting our fears into the unknown? How about stepping into the unknown, relaxing into it, going with ease, with trust, expanding into it, not grasping for the next tangible, concrete thought manifestation, but just trusting that the process is doing its process and that everything we want, our abundance, is literally coming to us because the frequency of bliss and joy is magnetic. Yeah? So you tell me in the comments box, how has this ascension process been for you? How have the eclipses treated you? What fears did you have to work through and face? How do you relate to your fears? I'm interested. I shared in my past videos, the way I deal with my fears is I allow them to be there. I pass them the mic because I look at myself as an ecosystem of different voices, culture baggage, family baggage, lineage, everything, patriarchy, capitalism, stuff to be looked at, and to then say, okay, what do you have to say? Thank you, I listen, I hear you. Pass the mic, what do you have to say? Thank you, I listen, I hear you. And once I have a picture of all of my internal voices, I then connect with the guidance of my higher self, with my heart space, with my body, through which my intuition speaks, and I say, what is the next step forward in our highest good? And often that next step forward means just doing nothing, creating more space, allowing for more ease, relaxing, just relaxing into it, acting only when the impulse, when the inspiration strikes from within. Not doing anymore for the sake of doing, because that is an old programming that we've been conditioned by family, upbringing, the past, that tells us you got to keep on doing because it's unsafe to relax into the present moment. But that's not the way to go. That's fear speaking, really, if you look at it. And I'm done with fear. I respect my fears. Everyone's welcome here in my ecosystem, but I want to act and do from my highest integrity. Dismantle the ego. And the ego is always there, it comes up with other sneaky voices, but it's a process, a constant process. Let's go through this process with some grace. And grace at the core of also means gracia, gratitude. Can we take a step back, relax, and say, you know what? Not only am I safe, I'm blessed. Because if I look around me, the abundance is already there, waiting for me to witness it, waiting for me to behold it. And to behold means to lovingly put my attention on, for it to actually come alive in front of me. So I want you to take a moment, maybe after this video, to just pause and make maybe an internal list or a written list of things that you can be grateful for, of things that are working out. Because if we keep on putting our attention on what is not working and what is still missing, we come from scarcity and lack mentality. And that is very much the 3D paradigm. It keeps us in this constant loop of not enough, of craving, of grasping. And the current consciousness wants us to deal with things differently. Love, yes, the big word love, is action. Love means coming into truthfulness with ourselves, stop escaping ourselves, stop escaping our pain. Love means the courage to speak our truth to ourselves first and to other people. Love is definitely courage. The courage to let go of the old story that no longer serves us. Love asks us to step into the present moment, to watch the old tape that's been playing forever, throwing our old mind loops into our brain, to observe it and to discard it and to substitute it with a story that you actually want to see reflected in the world. Because guess what? You, I, everyone is a universe per se, and you are the author of your own story. So if you're not happy with how the story has been, in your past, you can actually rewrite it. You can look at the pain, the suffering, and look for the silver lining, the lessons that you've gathered out of that experience, the pearls of wisdom. Because I promise you they're there if you look hard enough. And the next step of grace would be to say, thank you, pain. You served me well. For without you, I wouldn't be here right now. And from this moment, this present moment, I'm aware and I can choose a different story. I consciously choose to rewrite my story and be the hero of my own story. How's that? I don't think I'm even going to pull any cards, guys, because maybe one oracle card, but I'm going to keep this super sweet because the essence of this video is for me to transmit my joyful, radiating energy across the screen to wherever you're sitting. Okay, I pull one card of you. Let's see what the cards have to say from that, what's that deck called? Un momento. Oh, I'm also joyful because I came from my tango class. And guess what, guys? That's Magic Mel following her bliss. Because the next step, if you don't really know what to do, is to follow your curiosity, to follow what brings you joy. And we talk about purpose, having a purpose. You know, it's not even that grandiose. You don't have to be a public speaker. You can be, but living your purpose is coming back home to yourself and connecting with what brings you really joy, what really makes you come alive, what really makes you light up. That is our purpose. And a lot will come from there. You know, I think I'm doing this tango dancing and all this crazy dancing out of joy, but who knows what will come from it? I'm actually visualizing myself on stage dancing some super cool, sexy tango on stage. Why not? Can that not be a purpose per se, bringing joy and beauty into the world through my self-expression? Ça suffit. That's enough. It's maybe small, but monumental at the same time. Because it shifts the morphic field, energy field of the collective by dropping your drop of light into the ocean of our all consciousness, where we're all connected. And one drop of joy will purify, in that sense, the rest of the field, will bring some light, some aliveness, some energy back into the general collective field. So your joy matters. And Mel's Magic Official here, we're all about joy, we're all about discernment, we're all about coming back home to ourselves. Yeah? I never tell you, follow me and do what I say. I say, trust yourself, because I know you have a voice, and I know you have a beautiful heart, and I know you have gifts and talents to share with the world to make it a more abundant, rich, and diverse place. Huh? Entonces, Bandidos, I forgot the name of this one again. Starseed deck. It's one of my new oracle decks. And again, I don't know if you can see, the colors kind of match my outfit. So, synchronicity. Vamos. Dear Asgard team, for those of you who first time watching here, you're like, what the hell is Asgard team? It's my angel spirit guides and ancestors who are always with me, who are always with you also. You just need to connect with them. Call them, ask, and you shall receive an answer. Trust me, it works. Well, have some faith. Okay, dear beautiful Asgard team, connecting with you and the higher selves of all of you. Yes, you watching, because you have a higher self. What's in the cards for us today? What message would you like to convey to us? Thank you so much. Truly grateful. Because you know what? As we ascend with the angels. Entire universe ascends together with us. Our own healing matters. You coming back into your power matters. You dismantling the old conditioning and connecting to your truth, your essence, forgiving yourself for having betrayed yourself in the past matters. You are a unique keynote in the symphony of the larger one-song universe. Yeah? So what is your keynote? What is your key vibration? What is your essence? Try and find it out. Isn't that a beautiful thing to work on? If you like me, like to work on projects. I need a kind of project. My mind likes projects. I said, okay, let's find out what my keynote is. And I'm kind of doing it by singing and reconnecting, constantly coming home to my essence, my joy. That's my keynote. Wow. One card fell out. No, 2 cards came out. Okay. Número 1, loosen your grip. coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. And that has everything to do with this eclipse energy that brought up a lot of shadows, a lot of limiting beliefs for us to observe, to look at. Does this still serve me? Am I finally allowing it, ready to let go? Or does my ego still like the old victim story, the suffering? Yeah, but I've suffered so much in the past. Yes, you have. But I'm sure the suffering also had to do with you not aligning with your ascension, not letting go, not surrendering to the process. So loosen your grip. Loosen your grip. Isn't that what I just said? Create some spaciousness in your own being. I forgot to do our breathing exercise, but seriously, breathing helps because as we inhale and exhale, our body relaxes. We put in some oxygen and we allow the entire tissue system to kind of expand a bit. Because if you're someone like me who was contracted through fear, we carry that in our DNA, in our muscles. Seriously, I had like a constant eternal golf ball on my shoulder from this constant contraction of my shoulder, this armoring. I'm consciously working on expanding my posture also, because our body reflects our emotional stance and how we really see ourselves. So for example, in my case, people always say, yeah, but Mel, you have so many talents, you're this and that, so good. Yeah, but I didn't perceive it. I had a huge void in my solar plexus that had to be filled first with my own self-love. And now I can radiate from that aligned chakra. It's healthy again. So loosen your grip a bit. Trust. And if you need guidance, ask your Asga team. You've got one too. Reach out for support. Counselors, coaches, anyone you resonate with. Anyway, anyone who you feel have the right tools to support you in this process. Yeah? So that's card number 1. Next one is lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. It's all about remembering. For me, it's about unlearning the conditioning, deconstructing the conditioning, and being curious about our essence, remembering who you really are, beyond your upbringing, beyond your culture, beyond your race, beyond your gender. And I'm not saying that those don't matter. The race, the gender, your context, your culture put you in a specific constellation of your avatar, which you are you now in this body. Yes, it matters. It makes you the individual that you are. But let's try not restrict our being or confine our being to just those identity formations. Remember who you are. Remember the lost land you came from. That is source consciousness, pure love. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Yes, it is about remembering. Because when you go within, you start to discover. I mean, I didn't know that I could read cards, tarot cards. I'm like, where the hell did that come from? Apparently I have some connection with Egypt. I believe it. I do believe we have past lifetimes, whether it's on another planet or on this earth. So you carry that in the memory within you. But to access that, you first have to cut off the distractions and spend some time with yourself. Because reconnecting with yourself will help you step out of 3D consciousness, which is very self-conscious. Oh my God, what are they thinking? Oh my God, what if I don't fit in? Oh my God, I don't belong. Into self-awareness, the awareness who you are at your essence. You are a soul in a physical body. You've done this before. You've got this. You've got it within you. I like to see the highest version of you. And that is not to diminish where you are in your current state. I cherish, I have thanked, I have compassion for all the different versions I've been up to now. Every version of me was part of the process. But at the moment, the universe is pressing on the accelerator. The universe is putting each one of us in a freaking Ferrari and telling us, oi, learn how to drive this Ferrari because you're ready. Vale? We're out of the Trabi time. We're out of the little Beatles time, although I love them, a Volkswagen Beetle, but like, you are a freaking Ferrari. Learn how to drive it. Yeah, and for that you have to get to know yourself, know thyself, who you really are. Look at yourself in the mirror in the morning. If you can't look at yourself straight in the mirror and tell yourself, hey, I love you, then you've got something to work on. Don't judge yourself. But it's a very powerful thing, this mirror work. Because when I look at myself in in the mirror, I'm like, you're quite a peculiar creature. Then I thank my body. I say, hey, body, I know you've put up with a lot of me because I haven't always been nice to you. I haven't taken care of you in the best ways. Thank you for still sticking around, for constantly trying to bring me back into wholeness and harmony and balance and health. And then I have a picture of myself when I was a 5-year-old, and I tell myself, oi, you're so cute. Thank you for still being there with me, my inner child, because you're the one who brings me joy, who's curious and marvels at the world, who looks at everything with fresh eyes as if it were a miracle, because it is a miracle. And I look at myself as a 40-year-old now, and I say, we've come a long way, and you're beautiful, and you deserve the best. Let's expand and rock the world. Hell yeah! It's a process, guys. Have compassion for yourself. I'm going to leave it at that. Super short and sweet, unusual for me. 20 minutes, look at that. Because the message is clear. Joy, realignment, coming home to your beautiful core self through your heart space, to access the universal mind, the universe's desires. They all enter into your heart space, and have the guts and the confidence and the worthiness to go out there and make those dreams happen. Not by force. I mean, I was also in that like, pushing, forcing things. No, plant the seed into the quantum field and actually make a particle out of the wavelengths. The more attention you put on that desire, it will materialize into the 3D with attention and care. And also letting go, because if you're like obsessing about it, then you're pushing it away. Okay? Just trust, it's all done. It's all yours. Abraham Hicks, Teal Swan, they're all talking about the same thing here. But, it takes some time for these truths to really trickle in, and it goes, I get it now. But, so let's keep it at that. I send you lots of love. We're rolling in season 6. Next episode is episode 16. Wow, we're really rolling. And remember, I am a joy coach. I'm an integrative joy coach, meaning I'm here to support you, to assist you, to be a guiding light, a support where you can bring all of your different aspects, all of the things that you're ready to change and transmute, if you're ready, to let go of also, to be witnessed by in a loving, compassionate container. That is me. That's what I provide in my coaching containers. If you're interested, email me. My email is in the description box below, as well as tarot readings. Okay? So, I got your back, as well as Owl and your Asgard team. Connect with them and see what they got to say. Create some space to listen to yourself. I love you. We're rolling. Ciao, bandidos.